So this is ricotta caramelized onion sourdough toast. Unbelievably delicious, and I'm going to show you how to make it right now. So let's do it. Right, so for this incredibly delicious but incredibly simple caramelized onion and ricotta sourdough, we're going to want to prep our onion. We're going to be making a classic sort of caramelized onion with some sugar, vinegar, touch of brandy, bit of butter, you know the crack. The way that I've always prepped onion, start by just taking a tiny little bit off the top, flat side down, straight down through the middle, remove the skin and this tough outer layer of onion like so. There we go. And I'm going to be slicing the onion relatively fine. So very simply using the old claw method to protect your fingers, knife against the back of your knuckles and slice them up nice and fine. There we go, so that kind of fineness, a little bit thinner than you would do if you're making caramelized onions for liver, let's say. There we go, let's crack on. We've got quite a few onions to get through, so let's do it. So slice your way down through them. Keep them as uniform as you can. This way they'll cook evenly. Really important to remove that. It is really sort of tough and leathery and almost a bit dry, so you definitely want to get that out there. Get those in a bowl. Right, so I'm going to go with one more, possibly two, and then we're going to be good to go. So again, off with the top, down through the middle. There we go, so that's our onion. That is going to cook down quite a bit. That is probably going to make us about 4 or 5 pieces of this ricotta and onion sourdough, maybe less. So stick that to one side and let's prep our sourdough and herbs. Right, so the herbs of choice for today, I'm going to be using some lovely fresh thyme, also chives to garnish this sourdough. Chives work really, really well, particularly with our caramelized onion, because they do have a nice sort of oniony fragrance themselves and an oniony flavour. So we'll start with our chives, bunch them together, tap them down to get them fairly even, and then very simply using your little finger and your thumb, kind of bunch them here, tuck your fingers at the front to keep yourself nice and safe, and then quickly, confidently and efficiently dice the chive basically as fine as you can. Job's a good one. Some nice finely diced chives. So job done. So there we have them, perfectly finely diced chives. Next, our thyme. And so I like to prep my thyme ahead of time, excusing the pun. So holding the top, gently kind of pull your way down, trying to avoid too many stalks and stems. Best way is to actually use a bunch, kind of hold them together, and the smell of thyme, beautiful, incredible. There we go. So like I said, avoiding the stems as much as possible. Just gently scrape away those beautiful fragrant leaves. You know, pick out any last little bit of the stem, but that is going to do us. So there it is. That is our thyme. Perfect. So we want a frying pan, and ideally a fairly big, wide frying pan with plenty of space, because there is a lot of onions going in there to start. Heat around medium, and that is everything there we're going to need ready to go. Onions, of course. We have some brandy, red wine vinegar, and a little touch of sugar. Also some butter. We start with a little dash of canola oil and in with our onion. Soon as the onion is in, just move it around in that oil. Add a little pinch of salt. Salt at this stage is really important just to help remove the water and to get things moving along nicely. Give the onions a little stir just to coat them in the oil and seasoning. And we want the heat a lower kind of medium. So there we go. Stir them, coat them in the oil and the seasoning, flatten them out in the pan. And we want to get rid of any water in the onions, get them really soft, really sweet before we caramelize them. That's how we want them to sound. A nice kind of gentle sizzling at this point. First stage is sweat them right down, get them super soft and super sweet, and then we start introducing some caramelization. Patience really is a virtue with these onions. Take your time and you'll be rewarded with incredible flavor. So there we go, you can see we're already getting a bit of softening. We've cooked out that harshness, all that evaporation, all that steam, that's water being released. This will intensify the flavor of the onion. They've probably reduced down already by about half, possibly 2/3, and they've only been in there for about 5 minutes. Right, so at this point, the onions are getting really, really soft. They're starting to turn ever so slightly kind of orangey. They're far from caramelized, obviously, at this point, but we are at the point where we're going to start that caramelization process. So the heat can go up ever so slightly. There you go, as you can see, a little bit of color starting now. We're about 10 to 12 minutes in. As you can see, they're really soft, some little hints of caramelization, but at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little touch of butter. So stir those onions through into the butter, beautifully coating them. Use unsalted butter. We've seasoned the onions already, so they are good. So we're going to push these a little bit further, and we're going to hit them with a little sugar, a little vinegar, and we're going to deglaze with brandy and reduce that down to a syrup, which makes all the difference. So keep flattening out the onions, get good contact with the bottom of the pan, start building up that color. So we are really coming along nicely there. You can see we've got a nice uniform browning, not too much longer, and we're going to finish these off. Look at that, lovely. You can use any kind of sourdough you like. So there we have it, really delicious. This is a cheese and jalapeno sourdough, so it adds a little bit of heat to the final dish and another element of cheesy flavor, which I love. You can use a plain sourdough if you like. You can even use any kind of bread. I like to cut this about 1.5 fingers in width, roughly. So there we go, about so big, not too thin is the key. Decent sized slices, and this sourdough is not huge, which I think works really well for this one. Beautiful, ready to toast once we've cooked our onions. So let's crack on. Right, so there we go. I am happy with these onions at this point. We've nicely caramelized them. We're going to add a heaped teaspoon and a half of sugar. Stir that through, just give that a second for the sugar to caramelize. Now, little splash of some red wine vinegar. Reduce the vinegar for a minute or two until it's basically gone. So there we go, we've reduced the vinegar. That's kind of gone syrupy along with the sugar. So next we're going to deglaze with our brandy, taking great care not to remove our eyebrows. So what I like to do, turn that heat up a little touch and in with the brandy. Reduce the brandy down, finish with some black pepper. Just stir through the pepper. Perfect. That there is our beautiful caramelized onion. You can see how much that's cooked down. That's like 4 or 5 onions in there, and we've got a couple of big heat tablespoons worth. So all of that flavor is compacted, and look at those. Absolutely delicious, beautifully sweet, touch of acid from the vinegar that will cut through the richness of the sourdough and the cheese beautifully. Let's do this. So you want to whack on your grill. Sourdough in, check it every few moments. Perfect, there we go. Oh, that is hot. So there we go, that's what I'm talking about. Perfect, so let's put this thing together. Sourdough on the plate, and then our ricotta. Take a nice blob, evenly spread that over the lovely sourdough. Remember, the sourdough is thick, so you can be fairly generous. Number 2. Ricotta on the sourdough, followed closely by a nice spoon of our onion. So that is our sourdough, ricotta, and lastly the onion. So next, a little sprinkle of some thyme, a little sprinkle of chives, and to finish, just a touch. A little bit goes a long way. Just a touch of some flaky sea salt. And that there is our delicious ricotta, caramelized onion, and sourdough toast. Yum. Let's give this a try. Let's get stuck in. Oh yeah. What makes this is that thyme. That works so well. That is delicious. Rich, creamy, beautiful crunch from the toast. The herbs just lift it up and take it to a whole nother level. That is incredible. This is a must try, guys. Honestly, thank me later. So I am going to finish this off. If you want to give me a like and a subscribe, find the recipe on my website, thewckchannel.com. Sign up to my weekly newsletter, and I'll see you in the next one.